Hi, it's me, Ingrid INFP, and I'm at my grandfather's house in France. And I met our friend Sick from YouTube in Lyon a few days ago. I flew from Scotland down to Lyon, which is near my hometown. And it was an experience, really surreal thing, because I'd never seen a picture of Sick before. I didn't even know what he looked like. But we've been having internet connection with YouTube and on email and a little bit through Messenger. And I do think, I'm sorry, but I do think that MBTI is real. Because there is a connection between INFPs. Like, it's a thing. You know, there's this weird, eerie, uncanny valley kind of thing where you're like seeing yourself in another person who has completely different life experiences to you, but there's something similar there, which is very strange. But yeah, so he came to the airport and we traveled to the city of Lyon, and Sick also got me some very nice gifts. He just kept coming up with more and more gifts. I was like, okay. I'm a little bit embarrassed because they were all so nice. Here is a postcard of Lyon, which I'm going to be putting on my collage wall, and another one of Lyon, and the message is very, very nice. I'm not going to read it to you because it's private, but I was speechless and felt kind of emotional reading these. I also got a journal that says Lyon on it, which when I finally get back into journaling, I'll probably be able to use. And Lyon does mean lion, so it does have a lion on the cover. And then he kept coming up with more things in the bag. Here is The Little Prince by St Exupery, who is an INFP. And my favorite quote of all time: "On ne voit bien qu'avec le cœur, l'essentiel est invisible pour les yeux," which is my favorite quote of all time. It's basically, you can only see with your heart. The essential is invisible to the eyes, which is also a very INFP quote, and some yarn, which I'll bring back to Sweden. Unfortunately, I had no gift for Sick, so I'm sorry about that. Anyway, we went around Lyon, which I hadn't been in Lyon for about 15 years or more. My mom remembers Lyon fondly because she went on a date with my dad, several dates. My mom lived in Lyon. My dad lived in my hometown, which is quite close. And they actually went to the opera, where we passed by the opera. We were there, and we went to the big basilica at the top of the hill to look down on the city. We went to the old town. It was super sweaty, super hot. It was over 30 degrees Celsius, and the sun was hitting really hard. I think it ended up going up to about, well, I don't know, 33, 34 degrees. I'm not sure. And I'd just been in Scotland, and from Sweden, so I'm not used to the heat anymore. but we ate ice cream and had cold drinks and such. And we ended up going just hanging out in town. We went to the museum of the art museum, which was pretty cool. And then my mom was having a lot of stress because my brother was a volunteer for the Olympic Games in another town, and he didn't have anywhere to stay. It was his last night volunteering. So she was pretty stressed out, and my dad, being the person that he is, he was stubborn and he drove to this place, my grandfather's house, without like consulting anybody, you know, which led to a big stress. And I met my mom. My mom got to meet sick, which was a strange experience, but it happened. My mom was very all over the place, but I did end up buying a ticket and leaving, taking the train together with her. So it was a bit of a rushed goodbyes with the sick, which I'm sorry for. I really wished we could have met longer, but yeah, it was a lot. But I do think that there is something to being INFP, and it's kind of nice to travel with an INFP, you know, to visit things with an INFP. Because, you know, when I visit things with my mom, it's like she's an extrovert and she's loud and she goes and talks to people, and it's, you know, with an INFP, it's kind of like you're being invisible. I don't know. Like, we were going through big crowds and the metro and stuff, but it's kind of like we could sneak our way around. I think they were pretty invisible people in general, so like doing it together is pretty nice. But Sick is a scientist, like he studies physics, so I do recognize certain mannerisms which I recognize from my like scientist friends. Like when he was trying to calculate our metro way towards the station. It was I like observing people's mannerisms, but yeah, it was really nice. It was weird and surreal because Sick has only, you know, Sick knows a lot more about me than I know about him, because, well, all these videos, right? And yeah, it was weird because we could talk about things I can't talk about with anybody else, you know, like this whole YouTube world. You know, all you guys, there's this little community. I can't talk about this to anybody else outside of YouTube. And, you know, talking about MBTI and that kind of thing. So yeah, it was a great meeting. I wish that we had longer time. Maybe we can meet again sometime. I'm going to try to meet more of you guys in the future because it was really exciting. And yeah, I hope you guys had a great day. I'm going to go and eat dinner soon with all these French cheeses. Because it's 8 o'clock, which is the time where people eat in France, you know. And yeah, I'll see if I can put some videos of that I did at the top of by the Basilica in Lyon. I don't think I have many more videos, unfortunately. It was mostly photos. But it was all so sweet, and it's crazy that we can have internet friends in this day and age. Okay, the church bells always keep going when long time when it's 8 o'clock in this town. But I did see a postcard that my grandma got from her internet friend in 2007, which was she played online chess. So internet friends have existed for a long time, and people have been sending each other postcards for a long time. So I hope to keep in contact in different ways, through the YouTube comments or through emails or even snail mail. Or I really hope to meet people in different places. You know, I wish to meet, Van der Piet at some point. I wish to meet Schumann at some point. I wish to meet maybe some other people at some point, especially you guys from the US, but you know, the US is so big, like you can't, I'd feel guilty if I only met one of you guys, you know. We'll see how that goes. I do want to travel. All this traveling has given me some kind of yearning to keep traveling, which, you know, isn't good for my money, but you know, it's made me realize the amount of freedom that I have to meet the people that I want to meet, you know. So with that, I'm going to end the video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.